Okay, so let's do this real quick. I gotta go to YouTube on my computer. Jesus. Shut up. Go to YouTube on my computer real fast, and we need to go to my channel. And I need to let you guys know what's going on. Go to my channel. Go live. Here I am. Okay, wonderful me. You guys got a kick out of making fun of my spelling last night. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to wait a few minutes before so people can join us. Oh, God. So sleepy. I've been at it all day. My son came to visit. He's coming back tomorrow for a quick visit, and he's heading out. Two watching. Say hello. I'm trying to figure. I'm waiting on some people to join us, so I know who's here. I have some information. Some good information. Yeah. I broke out my Hooked on Phonics book today. Brushed up on some spelling. You guys got a little kick out of that last night, didn't you? You had some fun with that, didn't you? It's all good, baby. I'm an old man and I've got thick skin. Didn't bother me a little bit. I was actually laughing along with you. Yeah, I'm the best speller in the world. Yo, guitar, cocky, Koki. Okay. Hi. Right back. Hey, or Slay. What? Truman Wilson? You sick. I know I'm sick. I'm an old fart, man. Algeria. Wow. You're all the way around the world. Yeah, I'm on something. It's called life. I'm too old to be taking drugs. Shit'll kill you. Dude, do something. I'm actually waiting on more people to join. That's all. So, you guys, a lot of names here. I'm not recognizing a lot of you people. So that's interesting. I'm waiting for a few people that I do know that I haven't seen on here yet. Thorburn, what's up, buddy? There you go. I'm starting to see some. There's a lot of new people, and thank you for joining the channel. And you don't have to hit the subscribe or any of that stuff. I'm not trying to. I mean, you can if you want. I'm updating everybody. I'm a mask maker. I make latex masks for all you new guys. It looks like a lot of new people. And I've made a flashback mask. As a matter of fact, I can show it to you. It is over there. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. It's a little far away. Oh, right there. That is the FB78 25-inch. I have it on eBay. And this is the reason why I'm actually Yeah, I wonder why I'm getting all the. Well, some I don't mind new people coming on. I'm not looking. If they're trolls, then I just ignore them. But I'm not really. Let me zoom back out. You're getting a good shot at my eyebrow. Um, okay, so I'm actually coming on here. No one cares. Okay, and I don't either. So welcome to the party. So what's up, Silverado? Thorburn, you're trimming your mom does. Well, I feel bad for you if you don't have a mom. I don't either. I lost both my parents. So I won't make fun of you for that. That's for sure. Not making jokes about that stuff. But guys, all right. So you guys don't know what I do. So these new people, and if you're trolling, fine. I don't care. I don't care what you do to waste your time. But so anyway, today, what I had to do was I took down the mask off of eBay because, like an idiot, I put it on an old account and didn't realize it was on the old account. And I was like, why am I not getting any updates on my phone? I'm not being, it's not updating anything. And I'm like, I'm like, what's going on? So my son, he came down from Connecticut for a visit for this weekend, and he looked at it and he's like, dude, you're not even signed in the right account. I'm like, wait, what? He says, he says, on my computer, I'm not signed into the right account. So what I had to do was take the mask off of the thing. It cost me $45 because, I uploaded the thing and they get their fee. So, which I don't care. I don't care. I just need to fix this problem. So I took the mask down from that account, and then later to like 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon today, I uploaded it on the right account, and now it's back up for another 7 days. And I updated the pictures. I updated the mask. I actually put glue lines, hair lines, on the. I'll say Hawk. I don't know how to pronounce the last part of that name. Hawk, Hawk Tush, yeah, whatever. Uh, Does that say tough? Tough? I don't know what the hell it says. I can't see. My eyesight's too far away. Hawk, I don't know what that says. I don't know how to pronounce that. I can barely spell, let alone pronounce. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys a little update to this mask. Anyway, so I did quite a bit to this mask, and then re-uploaded it to Facebook, eBay. And in order to find my eBay, what you have to do is you go to custom corpses, all one word, all lowercase. And that's how you'll find this mask on eBay. So, first of all, let me reverse this camera. We put the sideburns on, the glue lines, with the hair fibers. All right. This is a replica of the flashback. Truman, you're just annoying. I'll have to call my buddy Angelo. He watches over everything on my Facebook. I don't let anybody else on this. And then he'll block you. And that'll be the end of you. So keep it up, buddy. And anyway, the glue lines are on the mask. This is the flashback. 78. It's a very good rendition of it. And I have Velcro on the inside of the mask. There's my logo up underneath the hairline, which is not annoying, so you don't see it unless you really look for it. There's Velcro on the inside. This is signed, and it's the #1 copy. It's the first 25-inch mask that's on eBay right now for sale. The starting bid is at $450, and I had just loaded it today. I'm not even sure how many views I have on it, but this mask is really badass. It is really good. I think it's good, and it took 2.5 months to get this thing right. So I'm zoomed in really close to it, so it's going to distort the look of the mask. You have to look at this at a distance with the camera because it's sick. Anyway, when the camera's real close to it like that, it distorts the image, makes it look very narrow. The further away it is, the better it looks, the camera. But let me put it over here, and I can zoom in on it from a distance to show you what I'm talking about. See how much better that looks at a distance. Yeah, this is based off the FB78, which is, where is that picture I have of it? That's the mask that it's replicating. It's a picture, it's a little distorted from where it's at, but this is, I wish there was a way to, actually I could, hold on. Can I hang it back here and put this right next to it? I can. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. Give you an idea. Very close, very, very, very close version of that mask. That's the screen used mask, that picture right there. That is the screen used mask. And if you go to my Facebook, under custom corpses, you guys can see really good images of this. And I updated the pictures today, and there's a lot more pictures up there. But you can go to my custom corpses Facebook page, and you'll be able to see it. I'm going to text Angelo real quick, guys, and get him off. I gotta see if I can text Angelo. Okay. Okay, I sent him a text. Let me reverse the camera. Sorry for the interruption on the phone, but that's what I'm using to record this. I sent him a text, and he should be blocked soon. So, and you're so annoying, I think I'm going to permanently block you. I don't really care. How's that? I don't make money on this channel, so I don't give a damn. So. Yeah, you don't give a damn either, so, what the hell are you doing? Why even, I mean, do you have a life? I'm just curious. I mean, anybody that does this kind of thing, trolling, what's the purpose of it? Just kind of weird. Just weird. Just weird, man. I don't even understand people that do that. Man, I got too much going on in my life to be messing around, wasting time like that. Just wondering what the motivation is. Just curious. What is the purpose of trolling? Can anybody answer that question? I put that out to all you guys. Just to disrupt the chat room? Could that possibly be it? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's another mask maker that might be very jealous been trying to troll my Thorburn. I actually, the 25-inch, if I do a thick pull of that mask, the inside it fits like a 24.5-inch mask. I I'm about the same size as yours, 23.5 inch, my head. Do me a favor, take a measurement, and if you don't have tape, like a tape measure out of fabric, like this one here, if you don't have the fabric type of tape measure, you can use a string and then just use a tape measure and measure it, the length. But measure from the very top of your head, right, down across your nose, and then right to about there, right before your neck starts. Now, my neck drops down a little bit, but you want to go in about there, right before the neck starts. Measure from that distance, and that'll tell me which mask that you should get, because on my flashback mask, on the first version, it was longer. And the new version, I shortened the chin a little bit and the jawline. I brought the jawline up a little bit and the chin. So if you have fabric tape, take that measurement. And when you measure your forehead, when you measure your head, you measure across your eyebrow, around the back of the head, and the furthest point of the back of your head, where where it sticks out the furthest. You want to make sure you go across that and right around. And I always measure from the very tip of my head down across my nose and then just down past here, because your chin has to fit in there. And if the jaw line's up too high, mine's 15 inches. I think 15 inches from that tip of my head to I think the 24, that mask that I'm got for sale right now fits me like a glove. And that's a 25-inch mask, but because it's a thick mask, the mask is literally what is it? 20. You can't. Why is that like that? What the hell is going on here? You're not seeing my whole face. Can you guys see my whole face? Or am I zoomed in something? I don't know what the hell's going on. On my screen, I barely see everything. But you want to measure from the top of your head. All right. Measure from the top of your head down across your nose, and then right up underneath, right before you hit your neck. I got a little turkey neck going on here because of the weight loss, but you want to make sure you're right up underneath the chin. Measure that distance, and I'll know whether you can fit in that 23.5-inch mask or not. I no, I can vary, like the mask that's really thick sat and dwelled for almost 4 hours. It dwelled in the mold for 4 hours. The thin masks that are they're actually 2 millimeters thick, which is a little bit thicker than 16th of an inch, and it's a perfect thickness. That only dwells for an hour total. That's it. Um, and that's a good pull. That's a nice thickness. It'll last a long time. It's not too thin. You don't want it to be as thin as the what do you call it? The Trick or Treat Studios masks. They're super thin. You want it to be a little thicker than that. But my masks are about 16th, little thicker than 16th of an inch. No, 1.5. I'm trying to remember the measurements. I wrote it down. It's 2 millimeters. So I think it's like It's just a little bit bigger, yeah. Red row. I'm out of focus. I don't understand what the hell's going on. My camera is. I'm literally. I got my hand stretched out, holding the phone. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'm trying to zoom out and I can't. Let's try this. Instead of trying to hold this damn thing. God damn it. Give me a second. And now I'm too low. There, better. Do I have abs? Yeah, I have really strong abs, but they're buried under, like, a good portion of fat. Yeah, red row. Block this. Was it Truman that was given? Yeah, block this Truman Wilson, will you, please? He's a pain in the ass. He's acting like a jackass. He's been, just texting way too much. Yeah, this Truman guy. Get him out of the chat. Get him out. Get him out. Goodbye. See ya. Red Rose, he's my watchdog. Say hello and say goodbye all at once. Everybody, say goodbye to Truman Wilson, please. Everybody say adios, baby. We don't need trollers. How thick was the original Kirk mask from 75? It was a thin casted mask, and that mask was only 23 and a half inches. So Red Row, I reloaded my mask onto eBay and post the link to my eBay. It's under custom corpses, all lowercase. CORP. No, what am I saying? COUSTUN. COU custom. CUSTOM. CORPSES. Told you I can't spell. What the hell? Thank you, Red Row. Everybody say thank you, Red Row. Truman Wilson is gone. He's out of here. Yes, he is. So I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at the screen reading your comments. So, you know what? Keep him out for good. He was one of those guys I warned him and he wasn't listening anyway. He's an asshole. So get rid of him. I don't want him back. He's probably some sort of mask maker that's very jealous. I don't know. I don't know because he was just constantly just just putting comments. It was driving us crazy. It was pissing off all the people that are here normally. So just block him permanently. I don't care who he is. I'm usually not that uh, not I'm usually not that hardcore with people, but I'm just not tolerating it, and I'm not going to have people getting pissed off on my channel because they can't post any comments because this guy's literally blowing up the you know nobody can get a word in edgewise. So he's gone. That's all that matters, and I want him permanently blocked because I don't need trollers. Anybody wants to troll, say goodbye because you're out of here. Don't keep no trollers. Anyway, yeah. So hard dude, what's happening, buddy? Let me see. What's up? Forgot to ask. Did Halloween Myers clean mask by Chris Nelson? What's this now? What's up? Forgot to ask. Did you ever see the unreleased? You did ask me that question, but you never followed up when I asked. When I told you no, I didn't. Send me a link. Let everybody see this. We'd all like to see this uh, clean version of the 2018 mask. Yeah, that was before he aged it, right? Is that what you're saying? No, I didn't. I never saw that mask. I would like to see it. Christopher Nelson, man, what an amazing artist. And why I say that, people don't understand is he was able to capture the essence of Michael Myers, but yet made him look a little different. But the essence of the mask is so important. The deeper I'm gonna tell you what I think is the essence of Michael Myers. Number one is the scowl. All right. Also the deepness of the eye cuts. From the top of your head to the lower part of your eye cuts, they have to be the brow is always sticking out further than the lower eye cuts. And a lot of people make them flush and it looks wrong. It doesn't look right on the face because that's not how our faces really are. Uh, the cheek lines, all that stuff, that's all there. But the lips, he changed a little bit to make them look a little bit like these peak areas here. You can't see with my mustache, but you get these peak areas. He spread them apart just a little bit and it made those lips look just so different, but yet so cool. He sunk the corner in. Let me see. Would it be on this side? No, it's on this side. He sunk the corner in the mouth. I don't know. I forget because I got it reversed on camera here. So he sunk the corner and put the little bubble in, but he sunk that in just a little bit deeper and down lower. Um, there's just all these little things that he changed. The hairline is a little different. The look of the mask is different for sure. Um, but he captured the essence of the original mask. He really did. Now, it does it as an exact match? No, and he wasn't supposed to, and he wasn't trying to make an exact match. He just wanted to make sure that the mask represented Michael Myers as in its original form. How old was Michael Myers when he committed his first murder? He was 6 years old. 6 years old. Dr. Loomis states it. I met this 6-year-old boy with the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. Hmm. You know what, hard dude? I don't think you can share links, but just say it. Uh, text in the name of where to go. Just don't put .com or don't put some spaces. I'll tell you what. Put a space between the you know between each letter, and we'll figure it out. Parentheses around. Put a parenthesis from the start to the end, but put spaces between each letter so it doesn't see it as a link. Just add this. Okay, this. I'm not sure what that is. Silverado not doing the LC. I'm seeing that there's some other people that have already started it, and they're going to actually have an LC that's based off the LifeCast mask, and it's actually copied from the LifeCast mask. So why do it if there's other people out there already selling the thing? I'm not trying to step on anybody else's toes. And once I realized that there's other people doing it, I think I was the first one to go and do it. But if a lot of people are going to do the same thing, then there's no point to it. I don't really care. I mean, it's sitting over there. I just honestly, if it isn't my original own sculpture, I'm just not interested in doing something than just copying it. If I was going to copy something, I would go get I would get a scan, and then do a 3D scan of something, and then do 3D print of it. There is somebody out there doing that mask like that. They're doing the flashback as a 3D scan and print. But that's cheating. It's actually stealing, I think, in its worst form. Google 2018 clean version. All right, I'll do that. You know what? I can do it right here, but I'm not gonna lose you here. So, all right. So we want to put Google 2018 Halloween clean version. Let me just put that in there. See what happens. Google Halloween oops. Yeah, no, right. 2018. Now, is it Tots? Is it a Tots mask? No, that can't be it. Let me see. Clean version mask. So far, no luck. I don't see any images here. Coming back to you now. I don't see any images there, man. What's up, Asylum? What's happening, buddy? I was just looking on YouTube to see what or not YouTube, Google to see the clean version. Google 2018 Halloween clean. You know what? Version mask, unreleased, and click images. Okay, I didn't search that right, but I'll do it a little later on. Actually, no, I better do it now because Google 2018 Halloween clean version mask, unreleased. Let's try that again. Halloween 2018 clean version mask, unreleased. pictures. Let me just try pictures. Or images. Let's see, enter. Aha, I think I found it. You know what? I'm going to save this and I'll look at it later. Okay, so I'll come back to you. Yeah, I found it. I found it. Yay! Silverado said it looked too much like the. Okay, so let me back up. Asylum. What movie you watch? I'm not watching any movie, although I feel like I could get into one right now. I think I might do some Halloween tonight because I'm getting into the spirit of it. That's for sure. Sorry, I'm looking at my computer screen because I can't. The phone, for some reason, the zoom is so zoomed in. I've got to zoom out and I can't. I've got the phone literally 2.5 feet away from me, and you're looking at me like I'm zoomed right next to the camera, and it's driving me crazy. And I tried zooming out and I can't get it to zoom out. So I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I'm not watching the movie. I can see the text with my glasses on the computer. I can't read the text on the phone. The phone's too small, and I got the phone too far away from me. Because there's other than that, if I bring the phone up to me close right here, you're going to be looking at my nose hairs. So we don't want to see that. Looking some boogies. All right. So let me see. Silent Michael was at the age of 6 when he killed his sister. Yes, he was. He was 6 years old. He was 6. I met this child. I met this 6-year-old child with the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. I used to know that skit by heart. I don't know it anymore. Getting old. Yeah, I think that's what I think that's. I just saved it. I think there's a whole bunch of pictures. I had to text it in right. I didn't text it in right when I was Google searching it. It doesn't look good. I just saw it. I saw a picture of it. I don't like it at all. The check mark side, the eye cut looks blown out. Yeah, I did find it. You know what? I'll just show you what I found. All right, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Let me reverse the camera. Why is this so zoomed? There we go. Let me see if it's any. Yeah, there we go. No, we'll see. Hold on. So this is what I found in images. Get rid of Ray. Who's Ray? These are the images that I found. And that's the last of them. Only a few images of it. It looks like crap. Ray, homophobic. So we got Ray is another troller. Oh God, what are these people? What's your point? Well, get a life. Get a life. Red Row, you still on? Do me a favor and block this guy Ray. And no more timeouts. I'm just not doing timeout. I'm drop when anybody acts like that. Goodbye forever. You ain't coming back to this channel. The LC mask Red Row is from actually William Shatner's face. It's actually the LC stands for Lifecast. It's a copy of the Lifecast, and I'm just not into copying something that's already there. I don't. I mean, I want to sculpt it. I want to sculpt it. So get rid of this guy Ray. Freak. Let me see. Is it any better now? Do we have me zoomed back out? No. See, it's still doing it. What the hell is going on here? Let me see if I can zoom. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do as far as why it's so close. Why am I so zoomed in? It's not letting me zoom all the way back out. Nope. Hey, we got green screen. I don't know what that's all about. Well, now I don't know how to turn it. What the hell? How do you turn it off? I don't know, man. Screwy phone. Really? A little better? There we go. All right, good enough. I don't care. I don't even know how this happened. The green screen came on, I can't get it back off. Yeah, I can't turn it off. What the hell's up with this phone? Ah, I look like I'm in the early 50s. I'll take that. I look like I'm in my early 50s. Cool. No, you're talking about being in the early 50s. Oh, man. I, I had a really dark tan and it's starting to fade already because of this damn weather we've been having here in this part of country, this part of the country. We've had nothing but rain almost every other day. Rain, 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 rain. But it's supposed to get really warm next week. Yeah, that I don't think it was an original flashback mask. It was actually the 2018, and they didn't age it yet. But he made changes to it because that 2018 looks pretty good. The original 2018. What's that, Black Scorpion? Yeah, I'm sick of this shit. I'm really sick of this, man. I'm tired of this damn rain. It's been 60 degrees, 50, 55 degrees at nighttime, turning on my heat. That's bullshit. Here it is, almost June. How many FB are you planning to sell in total in all sizes? Well, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, the 24-inch mask is not 24. It's 23 and a half inches. And that was, excuse me, that was the original size of the original Captain Kirk mask. It was a 23 and a half inch mask. But I don't like that size. I really wanted it to be a 24-inch mask, but it shrunk up. And I can't do anything about that. So it's, if you guys really want a 23 and a half inch mask, that's what you'll be purchasing if you buy the small mask. Or if any of you guys that are getting free masks, that mask is awful small. And the other thing I noticed too is, well, it's not painted yet. I want to see what it looks like when it's painted. So I don't want to overly criticize that small mask yet. But right now, the features look like they're a little washed out, and I don't like it. The 23 and a half inch mask looks a little too washed out for me. It's like the scowl has disappeared a little bit. The definition in the scowl is gone. It might be there. It's just that it's a thinner casted mask, and the foam that's underneath of it that it's sitting on is kind of pushing on the head a little bit. So it's probably causing a little distortion. Silverado, I'll take it. Yeah, I measured the head today and realized that the head shrunk up to 23 and a half inches. And that sucks. I don't like it. It feels too small. I can't even wear it. I put it on and my chin was literally pulling the whole mask down. I literally had the Nick Castle stretch. Overkill. And I have a weird shaped head. My head is narrower up here, and then my jaw kind of pops out in the ear area, and then it goes down elongated here. Um, so yeah, I got a strange fit. So the mask has to be fairly big on me, not real big. The 25 fits me snug, and that's a thick pull. With the thick pull, I actually think that mask is more like a 24 and a half inch on the inside because it's literally an eighth inch thick. And I mean a full eighth inch thick. And that's about the maximum any mask will ever get. It won't go any thicker, even in stone molds, unless I take the maximum thickness and I slush cast more layers on the inside of it, which I can do that for you guys. That's an idea to make the mask fit you better if the mask is too big on you. I would say to you, take the chance, get the thick pull, um, get a thick version of the 25-inch mask. And here's what I'll do. If the mask doesn't fit you fairly snugly, I want to know uh, how much room do you have in the mask? All right. And if there's a lot of room, then we have to go with the small mask. But if it's just a little bit loose on you, um, you can send it back to me, and I can slush cast a couple more layers of latex on the inside of the mask to thicken it up even more. And it can't hurt the mask because the thicker that mask is, the longer it's going to last. It'll last a long time. Silverado, no, I don't own a nag mask. I actually rehauled. I repainted. I didn't say rehauled. Rehaul means hair and everything. I repainted Pipe Master's mask for him. He bought a nag ultra mask, the ultra nag flashback version, and sent it. You know, he didn't like it, and it's not that the paint job on it was done on purpose. It was heavy weathering on it, and I would never say that he painted it wrong. That was not. It was his intention to paint it the way it was painted. Um, so he wanted it light, a lighter version of it. So he brought it to me, and then I painted it for him. Next time Pipe Master's on, you can ask him about how well my paint job. Uh, he was able to sell that mask instantly when people were seeing that mask, and he sold it for a big chunk of money. I think he got like, I don't know, $1,500 for it. It was crazy. They loved the paint job on it. The guy that bought it loved the paint job. I might be wrong on how much he got, but I know it was over $1,000. So yeah, he did really well with that mask when I painted it, repainted it. Um, yeah, and he was kind of holding his breath, waiting on my mask. So, for a request, can you base the paint job from the picture of the flashback mask on my mask? The flash on base. Wait a minute. For the for a request, I can base the paint job from the picture of the flashback mask on my mask. Which picture? Asylum, which picture are you talking about? The nag mask, you have a 78. Now, I'm not real familiar with this. I haven't really done a lot of 78s. If you want the mask to look a lot like the paint job that's on my flashback, I can do it. But if you want the mask to look like the original 78, that's a different type of paint scheme. It's painted differently than how I do the flashback mask. I've never thought of that. Maybe you can stretch out the latex on the small mask and then maybe heat it up. But you got to be careful because if you can stretch out all and deform the features. That's the problem. I can't. I don't know how to. It's not letting me shut it off. I'm trying to shut it off. Oh, there we go. All right. Like an idiot, hit the wrong. I hit the wrong button. Wish I could fix this zoom. A little better. There we go. Yeah, I hit the wrong button on there. I was hitting it and I was like, what the hell? Why is it not cutting off? Yeah, I was on grass, all right, but I was on the hippie lettuce, baby. I was smoking up on some hippie lettuce. Bet you never heard that term. Token up on some hippie lettuce. Bet you never heard that term. It goes to show you how old I am. I'll bet none of you guys have heard that term outside of Angelo, or Red Row, because Red Row actually, he's heard me say it before. Yo, man, got any hippie lettuce? Yeah. Toke it up, fire it up, baby. Let's go. With a kickball. What kind of kickball, though? What, I mean, a soccer ball? What, I mean, what? A cheap ball, or is it like a rubberized ball? What is it? I mean, is it? What's he do? Put the mask on it, and then blows it up with a pump? Blows up the ball? Cheap rubber ball, blow up ball, right? So you can pump it up. You got to put it inside. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You figured it out. Okay. You know what? I'll try that. Maybe I can get that mask to go an extra half inch. That's all I need. I need it to go a half inch. It's 23 and a half. If I can just get it to be at 24, that'd be great. Maybe that's what I'll do to this mask just to see if I can do it. I'll get a 25-inch ball. I'll look for a 25-inch ball and I'll pump it up until it's 24. That would be awesome. And then just leave it there. Does he say Black Scorpion how long he leaves it there like that? How long does he have to leave it there to get it to stretch? I mean, you could probably overstretch it, and that'll help it stay to its, it'll bring it up to where you need it to be. That's what I'll do. I'll overstretch it. Does he overstretch it, or does he bring it up to the size that he wants? That's the question. Because I don't want to overstretch it if you're only supposed to blow it. Yeah, I understand that, Black Scorpion, but does he blow it up real big to stretch it out as much as possible, or does he blow it up to the size that he wants the mask to be? Yes, what? Silverado, it definitely destroys mask. You can't use um, there's foam and then there's styrofoam. There is a huge difference. Like when I foam fill a mask, it's a specific type of foam. It's more like a pillow foam, the same stuff that you use for pillows. It's a different type of foam, and it doesn't absorb moisture. And styrofoam absorbs moisture, and it sucks the life right out of a latex mask. You'll have Banduma. What's happening, buddy? So I'm talking to Black Scorpion, Banduma, and I'm going to try a method to try and stretch your mask out to 24 inches. And we're just discussing it on how he was watching this guy do a Batman mask. This guy takes like a kickball and he blows it up, inflates the hell out of the ball inside the mask to stretch it out a little bit, and then brings it back to form. So scorpion really big. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Do me a favor, Black Scorpion. Send me, not send me, well, if you have a link, yeah, great. But if you have the name, just text out the name of this guy. And I'll check him out later on. Actually, I'll go to it right now and then save him for later. Oh, sorry for the yawns. But I'm a sleepy dude and I'm starving. I haven't eaten at all today yet. There we go. All right, here's what you do to keep it simple. Take a plastic bag, Silverado, and wrap the styrofoam in plastic, the plastic trash bag, a black trash bag. Wrap the styrofoam head and duct tape it uh, onto your styrofoam head. That'll protect the latex from the styrofoam. You're just putting a barrier over between the latex and the styrofoam. Black trash bag. That's all you need. Not a shopping bag because you don't want the plastic to be too thin. You want the plastic to be somewhat fairly thick. Just wrap it over it nice and tight, and then duct tape it. Seal off that latex from that styrofoam. Yeah, I'm gonna. Here's what I'm doing, Asylum. I'm gonna go right to overhauling, retooling. I'm gonna retool my Night Creeper mask and try to make that into an accurate Halloween 1. And then I'm going to actually make that into an accurate Halloween 2 mask. That's what I'm going to overhaul because I'm pretty close on that Night Creeper to look, a lot like the Halloween 1 mask. But I have to, there's some head shaping that I have to do to fix it. Custom corpses. What was that? I got a message that popped up. Was that on Messenger? Is that what that was? Hang on. I don't know what that was. Something popped up and I missed it. One of you guys send me a message. Banduma, it's not shrinking anymore. It's down to 23 and a half inches. I don't think it'll shrink any further than that. Hopefully not. Yeah, that's the thing. It'll give it dark eyes, and you're protecting your masks. You definitely want a thicker plastic. Um, you don't want real thin plastic over the styrofoam, and never put a latex mask on direct styrofoam. There's a difference. Styrofoam versus foam. They're two different. They're two different types of foam. Yeah, Banduma, I don't think it's shrinking any further than it is. I'm going to keep checking it, but I'm also going to try that method that Black Scorpion said, where I'm going to take a soccer ball and inject, put it inside the mask and then blow it up as big as possible. And yeah, I'm going to have to go to, where can I get a soccer ball that'll blow up, that has the pin in it, that'll allow me to blow it up, inflate it. Uh, Dick's, maybe Dick's. Yeah, I'll probably go to Dick's. I'll have to take a drive up the road to Dick's if they're not out of business. Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't even know if they're in business still. So I guess we'll find out, won't we? Or I'll order one on Amazon. What am I thinking? Uh, and what about the LC? The LC is not getting done. There's too many other people out there making the LC. They're doing it the same way I was doing it. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to. First of all, it's a copy of something, and I'm not real keen on it. It's very small. Christ, that LC sculpture is 23 right by itself. What am I going to be stuck with? A 22-inch mask? That's too small. It's too small already. So I'm like, nah. I'm going to melt that clay down. I'm not even wasting my time on the LC. I'm not doing it. And there's other people actually doing the same thing I was about to do. They probably saw my video and decided to do the same thing, since they had the actual life cast in their possession. And the one guy I saw that's doing it has a much cleaner life cast than my life cast. My life cast is atrocious. But I mean, I can clean all that up, but I just don't. I don't have no enthusiasm. I have no energy that I want to waste on that mask. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's the actual real." I don't care. If I don't sculpt it, I don't have a desire for it. Yeah, it's small. It's too small. I'm not doing that. I'm not. It's a waste of time. A waste of time. I could be working on things that are actually better, and I'd rather spend the time uh, perfecting the. I'm actually going to do the. I'm going to do another clay pull of the flashback mask, and I'm going to age that to look like the 2018. Now I'm hearing that a lot of people don't. Even Nag doesn't sell a lot of the 2018s version that he made, and it's because what I'm hearing is because, well, you can buy the screen used, from the screen used mold from Trick or Treat Studios. The problem is you can't get a good copy of it anymore. It's a mess. Last October, I went to the flagship store of Trick or Treat. No, um, Spirit of Halloween, which is in Pleasantville, in South Jersey. That is the actual. That's the big. The home base. And I went in there, and they didn't even have a decent copy of the 2018 mask. It was horrible, and I don't want to risk ordering a 2018 mask from Trick or Treat Studios, because I haven't seen a good copy of that in probably now almost a year and a half to 2 years. 2 years since I seen a good copy. All those masks are crap now. They're in bad shape. All the details have lost. They're lost. I keep looking at the screen. Sorry, guys. I'm reading your text. That's why. So when I'm looking over here, I'm reading your text. So don't mind me not looking at the camera. So anyway, yeah, I went into Spirit of Halloween. No, yeah, Spirit of Halloween. I get them Trick or Treat Studio Spirit of Halloween. What's the difference, right? But anyway, I went in there, and they used to get a lot of great masks, but I don't think they're being produced now. I think they're actually in bad shape. I think the molds are in bad shape, and they may not have a casting that they can remold. Premier, I don't know what that is. All right, so yeah, so it's just Nah, no time for that. I don't want to waste my time and energy on the LC. Anyway, Silverado, true. Just about every mask from Tots now don't have any details, and most rehaulers like Jimmy Falco and Nick Malpagano won't take them unless you send multiple pics to them to see the details. Yeah, and that's right. I mean, I've talked to Nick Malpagano, and he does not touch those masks if they don't have some a good quality of details to them. Um, I mean, you can paint the details in, but man, that's a job. That's a job to do that. If I'm overhauling a mask and you want me to paint the details into that mask, guess what's going to happen? You're going to pay 4 times the amount that you would normally pay. If you're paying $200 for a paint job on an overhaul with a good detailed mask, you're going to pay 600 for me to paint all those details in. And that's why they don't want to touch them, because one, they're a lot of work. To overhaul a mask, a Trick or Treats, or yeah, I want to say a Tots 2018 mask, when you overhaul that, if it has all the details in it, it's not that hard of a job. It still takes talent, but it's not as hard as if you were had to paint every little crack and every little cranny and every little, if you have to paint all those details in, sorry, not interested. Unless you're going to pay me one hell of a lot of money, because you're going to spend at least 3-4 days painting that mask. 2, 3, maybe 4 days painting that mask because of all the details. So keep that in mind, guys. And that's why I'm making a 2018. I'm curious to see if NAG, if those sales have picked up on his mask at all, on his 2018 version. There you go. Something for you guys to research over the next couple of days. See how well NAG's 2018 mask is selling. And the next stream that I come on, not tomorrow night, because I won't be able to be on tomorrow night. But the next time I'm on, which is probably going to be Monday night, maybe I'll be on tomorrow night. I don't know, But I'll give you, over the next couple of days, research that and see how well that mask is selling, if it's selling at all. I don't know if they do it. I don't know if he does an ends or a kills mask. I know he does the 2018. I'm doing an ends and a kills as well. I'm going to do the 2018, the kills, and the ends mask. I love all three of those masks. I really do love them if they're in good shape. Now I have an ends mask that's got great details in it, and I'm going to rehaul it. I'm going to overhaul it, not rehaul. I don't like using that word. Overhaul it at some point. I'm looking up at it right now. I also have a 2018, or yeah, I did a fire version. Nick Volpagano actually had a fire version that he shared, and I kind of got the video, and I did that, and I changed my hair though on the kills to make I put artificial orange hair on it, so it made it look like it was really glowing, and then I darkened dark red around the hair line. I gave it a real dark red around the whole hairline. Yeah, but it was like it has yellow on and here yellow, red, and orange on the mask. So, and it all blends together. It makes it look like he's standing on the porch in the flames, and his mask is glowing, and the hair is glowing orange, and the whole. It's cool. It's actually a pretty cool mask. Oh yeah, Silent. I made a kills mask a while back. I don't like it. I got rid of the molds and everything. Didn't like it. It wasn't accurate enough. I know some people are like, "What? You got rid of that? That was so cool, man." No, it wasn't. It was so far off from accurate. and the chin stuck out way too far. The eye cuts were flush, and that doesn't work for me. In other words, if you're profiling, the eye cuts were literally the lower cut was as dead even with the upper cut, and that's not the way that's supposed to be. And the profile looked like crap. The nose didn't look quite right. There was just a lot of things wrong. The flare outs were way too, the nostril flare outs were way too wide. I don't have any of those molds. And see, the thing is, guy, I'm a perfectionist, and if I don't like something, I'm my worst own critic. I do not like something. Now, the Night Creeper, the old molds I never did in silicone. I did an old fashioned or an old fashioned. I did a urethane master copy, which when you do a urethane master copy in a stone mold, you ruin that stone mold because you have to seal it so the urethane doesn't grab it because urethane will stick to the stone, urethane rubber, and you have to seal it and wax it in order for you to make a urethane master copy. And that's what I did. I made a urethane master copy of my old molds. But I got rid of all those too, those urethane masters, because they were awful. The masks were awful. And I mean, it might have looked cool and everybody thought it was cool, but it just wasn't that good. It wasn't that accurate. And I was learning still. I was still learning. I didn't know anything about human anatomy uh, when I started this. I've been an artist my entire life, but I've never done human form. I've never done human form in my life, never. I used to do sceneries and paintings and sketches and useless things. Things that you could never sell until you're dead. So yeah. So although I did make money in relief carving, I would take my sceneries and I would put them in wood, and I would do what they call a 5-tier relief carving. So that means there was 5 levels of depth in that relief carving, and it was really cool. Some of my work, but every piece I ever made, I sold, and I sold for a lot of money. I did a scenery for somebody. Uh, they wanted, they had a ranch. I think it was in Texas. It might have been Tennessee. I'm trying to remember, but anyway, they had a ranch, and they had a professional photographer take photographs of this ranch. Uh, and what this what they hired the photographer. They saw my work. Let me get back. Let me skip back to the beginning. They saw my work, and they said they wanted to do something really cool. Okay, well, what's that? Well, they had cabinets in their kitchen, and they had a cabinet wall. They had a wall, and it was literally round. Their cabinet wall was round. It was customized. Their kitchen wall was rounded, and their cabinets were fit in perfect all the way across this whole thing. And I didn't know what they were doing. All I know is they said, "Look, we want you to do a scenery in all these cabinet doors, but I have to hire a photographer first." And they never got back to me right away. But it was a they what they did was they took this panoramic shot of their ranch, all right, and it had a lake in it and everything. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. It had a big barn. I remember the big barn, and they wanted those cabinet doors to look like you were looking out the window and seeing the entire panoramic vision of their ranch, just like that was in the photographs. So I had to do a 5-tier relief carving of that entire scenery, and I laid it out onto their cabinet doors. And the cabinet doors were only about this far apart from each other, so it did look like you were looking out the window. And I made, I believe it was either $10,000 or $20,000. I can't remember the exact number anymore. It was, what year was that? I did that carving in 1984, 1985, something like that. Well, I used to make money with the relief carving, um, but mainly sceneries. Well, I want to try Silverado. I'm trying to get known first. Asylum. How many molds did you have of the mask you made in the past? I'm going to say I probably had like four masks that I made prior to these newer masks. I think I made four masks, and that was it. Um, okay, so are you selling masks only on eBay, or are you going to sell on other platforms? I plan on. I'm not. I don't know about Etsy. I got to figure out how to do Etsy. I'm thinking about doing Etsy, but mainly I'm trying to get known. First of all, I'm going to get known, well known, and then I want to go and just do it on my website, just like Nag does. I think Nag, you can only buy the mask through their website. I might be wrong. He might be using a platform I'm not familiar with. Um, but he's in Greece. That's where he comes from. Nag is in Greece, so they might have a whole different. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I'm uncomfortable in this damn chair. My ass is starting to get numb. Not good to have a numb ass. Hmm. Asylum Beyond. You're more interested in the Night Creeper mask than the flashback. Is that what you're saying? What if Nag makes an ends or a kill? I don't know. What if? What if they do it? So what? I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm doing my own art, and I'm not. Yeah, they are competitors, but they're friendly. I don't have any negativity towards anybody. Nick Bulpagano, any of those guys, man. I've learned a lot from them people. Um, and I always keep them as a friend, and always kind of look towards them. Um, they've been in this business far longer than I have, man. I mean, a lot longer. Jesus. Um, I think Nick's been doing it for 30 years at least. I just watched a video. Excuse me for yawning, but I just watched a video of him, and he was talking about how he never sold anything. It took him 20 years before he sold anything. Now, you have to remember, when he started out in the business, there was no internet. There was no smartphones. There was none of that. If you were selling your mask, you really had to do a lot of footwork. You went to conventions, and he didn't sell anything at a convention. He actually stated in his video that when he went to the convention, he didn't sell anything. But when he came back from the convention, I don't know what his source was. I don't remember what he said. You'll have to check out that video. Um, but he was able to sell everything he had. I don't remember how he did it, but he did. He sold everything he had that he took to the convention once he got home. But at the convention, he didn't do very well. So I've got people asking me to go to conventions, and I'm like, I don't think I want to, because I think that they're a waste of time for selling masks, because there's so many mask makers in there. And I think at conventions, the uh, the Myers mask and any kind of movie masks, I might be wrong. I don't think they sell as well as custom work. In other words, like, custom creatures, custom art. That's, I think they sell more of those. especially if they're really good at conventions. Um, so, do I have any interest? I really don't want to go through the hassle of going to a convention. I really don't. That's, because you gotta rent the table, and if you don't sell anything, man, you probably pay a pretty good penny for those tables there at those conventions, like Monster Mania or any of these places. Nah, I don't want to sell there. That's a lot of work. I think you have more success online, believe it or not. eBay and yeah, eBay charges you a pretty good chunk of your money, but it's not too bad. It's not too you got to remember you're able to reach a lot of people on eBay. You're able to reach a lot of people on Etsy. It's worth that because it's like paying for promotion. It's an absolute grand slam as far as selling the product on eBay. So if anybody from eBay is listening to this, I'm okay with what you charge because you really put it out there and people see it. People see it. And I mean, I could spend a little bit more money and really get pushed, but I don't. If I start making a lot of money on the masks, then maybe I'll push it harder. But I'm not really trying to rob people like crazy. I'm not trying to beat people too hard over the head with these prices. I have the mask right now. If you look up custom corpses, all one word, all lowercase, custom corpses. That's CustomCorpses. Look me up on eBay right now, and you'll find my mask. I just listed it today because I had to take down the other listings because the other listing that I put up yesterday because I put it on the wrong account. And none of my bank information was there. There was no way to actually transfer it. But it cost me $45 to do that because that's what they charged me, $45 to put the listing up. Um, Now I hope that's not. Now see, here's what bothers me about that. Is that a pre-charge to list something and then they still make money on you at the end? Did that change? Because if that happens, I'm not selling on eBay anymore. I won't sell on eBay anymore because that's way too much money they're trying to take from you then. Way too much. You know. I'll look into Etsy at that point if that's what happens. And I'll promote where I'm selling it. And if I have to promote my own website on here, and that's the way you have to buy my mask, that's what I'll do. And that's better yet anyway, because then nobody's getting a chunk of that money. But you're not getting noticed as much, I don't think. I have to up my work on the my channel or my channel my on my website. I have a website. I just don't put anything on it yet. And I haven't sold anything on it yet. Um, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm gonna have Angelo help me out. Red Row, his name's Angelo. But Red Row, I'm going to get him to help me out with the website and get this website up and running and really good, and then put products on there to buy. And you can buy it directly through the website instead of doing the only thing I really want to use the eBay for is to test the market to see if the people feel like it's a really good mask, and the way they feel, if they feel like it's a good mask, how they insinuate that is by spending one hell of a lot of money for the mask. So if it's that good, it's that good, and I don't need them anymore. And I think my base pay for my mask, where I really want to be, is about $600 for my mask. That's where I want to be for the price of my mask. That's going to be the price of the mask, $500 to $600. That's where I want to be, and I'll use the eBay just to test the market. see what people think, and then I'll go to my website. I'll start promoting the website on here, um, and that's how I'll be selling the mask in the future. As a matter of fact, since I do the YouTube channel so much, I could probably, although eBay, they really see people see the mask more. You're seeing a lot more. I'm curious. I got to take a look because I was just on there. Let me see where I'm at. Let's see how many views I got. Wow, I already have 23 views, and I only put it up there at 2 o'clock this afternoon. I mean, to me, that's quite a few, and it's going to be on there for 7 days. And I have a lot of pictures up there. Let me see. Let me count them. Let me count the pictures. Hold on. 1, 3. I have 12 pictures up there from different angles, so you can really see the details. So, guys, do me a favor. Go to Custom Corpses on eBay, all one word, all lowercase. All right, look me up. Check out the mask. You'll see it. It's listed as Michael Myers 78 flashback mask. This is a 25-inch, 1/8 inch thick by Custom Corpses. Starting bid is at $450. I have a secured. I won't sell it for less than $600. I don't have. I can. You can make an offer, but I don't have a buy it now button. I want to see what happens with the bidding. So I wonder how many people are actually, did they put it on watch list? All right, let me see where is the watched. Hold on. Okay, so I'm guessing nobody's watching it yet because I don't see anything stating watching. I don't see anywhere. At least I don't see it. Anyway. All right, so. As a matter of fact, let me just do this. Let me just show you guys. Let's do that. I'll reverse the camera and I'll go to the channel again. Hold on. See, look at this. Look how close I am. Look at this. The camera's like an inch away from me. I don't know why it's doing that, but let's go to my channel. Here's my Custom Corpses. This is the mask, and you can really see the details in that. Even on, yeah, you can see it. You can see the colors. You can't see that in the room. All right, so that's the first picture. Second picture. Third picture. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's number 1, signed by me. It's got the Velcro on the inside. I don't have it lined up well, but that's okay. It didn't matter. It's closed. And as you can see, if you look at that picture, see how thick that mask is? That is thick. That's the maximum thickness that a mask will ever do, because unless you actually add more latex to the inside. It's the only way I can thicken that more now. So, yep. So check it out, guys. And right now I have 24 watchers, 24 views. I don't know if I'm actually being counted as a viewer since it's my account. But it jumped up 2 views just in the few minutes that I was watching. You can make an offer. Most people are going to want to offer less than what the starting bid is, but I'm going to refuse it because I'm not going any lower than $450. I wouldn't set that price at that price if I thought um, if I needed to go lower. No thanks. Yeah, I think so too, man. See now here's I think that mask is a grand slam, not a home. It's sick. Yeah, you have to see it. You can't in the studio here. All the colors are washed out. I don't know what it. Maybe it's just a type of lighting. They're LED lights. I tried to cut back the sensitivity. It just sucks. You know, the mask looks amazing. Thanks, Black Scorpion. Yeah, that's where it's being sold. And it's number one, so it's somebody's going to buy that. And there's no doubt because it's the first one. Now there's going to be a number one. That's the first one, 25 inch, and there's going to be a number one, 23.5 inch. Unless I can blow it up to be a 24, because if that trick works, Black Scorpion, if that trick works, I'm gonna love you for it because I need that. I really want it to be a 24-inch mask because that'll fit anybody. And look at you're looking at my nostril hairs. Jesus Christ! Gotta put the damn phone way back here again. Sucks. Banduma, man, is it? All right. Banduma just sent me a message. What did he do? I don't know. I can't look at it now. It's because he sent it through email. Join the stream. Banduma. I can't look at emails right now because it's I'm streaming. Banduma, not Banduma. I keep saying Ban. B-A-N. It's B-E-N. Banduma. He was just on here. Oh my God, man. This chair sucks. Yeah, hopefully the trick will work. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how much it stretches it out. I'm definitely going to try that trick, though. No two ways about it. Now, I think what I'm going to try and do on the next mask, because I already cut the slit, the slot, or I already cut the mask that's already done over here in the back. The seams cut, and I'd rather have the mask neck be closed, and then just blow up the inside of the mask. Do it in stages. The guy says do it in stages. Is that what you meant to text? Not all at once? Okay. So, in other words, blow it up a little bit, stretch it out a little bit, and then, wait a few minutes and then blow it out some more, blow it up some more. Wait a few more minutes and then blow it up some more. Is that what I'm doing? I like his new 13. He corrected the profile on it. It definitely looks good. I do want to get the 13. I think I'm gonna ask him about that. See if I can't get a 13 from him. I do like it, and I'll show it off on the channel here. I like his 13 mask. Um, he redid it, and it looks great. Black Scorpion. Okay, I guessed you're right. I figured that's what you meant. Every few minutes, blow it up a little more and blow it up a little more. Do it in stages so the mask gets a chance to stretch without tearing. That makes sense. And I'd have to do that with a fairly thin casted mask. You can't do that with a thick casted mask, and I'll tell you why. The rubber ball won't stretch that thick casted mask. If that's an eighth inch thick latex, that'll never stretch. Yeah, okay, Asylum. You got jokes tonight, do you? Asylum's got jokes tonight. Look out, guys. He's coming your way. Don't let him pick on you. If you know me, you know the mask that I like. I don't want to have to go and reiterate old news. Really? All right. So look, what video? Where was the video? Did you send me a link? What's the guy's name again? I don't want. I gotta look. Man, I gotta go way up here again. RT1. Let me look it up. Is it on YouTube? Okay, yeah. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, can I do another YouTube? I don't know if I can. Let me try and open up another YouTube. I think I can. All right. Let me add him to my. Okay. I'm going to add him as a friend or follow him, I mean, subscribe. Always share. I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to share right now. All right. All right, I got it. I got it. Good, good. Now I'll watch that when I get a. I'll go to his channel and try to. Do you remember which? Um, I got it. Now, do you remember which episode it was that he was doing this, blowing up the mask? Do you remember what it was called? Scorpion, Black Scorpion. God, I gotta go get something to eat, man. I'm getting dizzy. I got it. I found the channel. I subscribed to him. Turned on all notifications too. I like his scowl. Looked awesome, man. Scowl looked good. Resizing a mask. Cool. You know, I've been trying to figure out how I've had people, state that, oh yeah, we're going to blow up the mask to make it bigger. I'm like, how the hell do you blow up a latex mask to make it bigger without literally resculpting? I can shrink a mask. I've never heard of blowing it up. Sorry, I'm out of frame. Let me back up. I've never heard of blowing it up. Um, so that's how they're doing it. That's how they blow up the mask. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you shared that information with me. That's a lot of research, and I've done for a long time, and I never had the answer to it. Now I know. Soccer ball blowing up inside and stretching out the mask. That's pretty cool. I am definitely going to do that to this mask and see if I can get it up to 24 inches. That would be ideal. Oh my God, that would be so awesome. But hopefully it doesn't mess with the features. That's what I'm worried about. Because Michael Myers features are pretty subtle. And if you blow it up too much, you could mess with those features. All right, guys, I've been on here pretty long. I'm going to end this video now. I thank you so much for your information there, Black Scorpion. Called Sizing a Latex Batman Scowl. Okay, I'll look for it. I'm going to watch it tonight. That really helped me a lot, too. I mean, Black Scorpion, are you a sculptor? Are you a mask maker? Do you have a channel? You think that I would click everybody and then research them. I just don't have a lot of time. That's what I've been doing. You're just a collector. Well, you must have been collecting an awful long time to understand a lot of these things that are now. See, I've only been a mask maker for about 4.5 years, maybe 4 years, 4.5 years, something like that. And I was never a real big collector. Um, well, that's awesome because I love Batman too. He's my favorite DC. Am I right? DC, yeah. He's my favorite DC character. Um, Batman all the way, baby. Yeah, I love Batman. I love the outfit. Man, I wish, it makes you want, because I would love to make a Batman outfit, but with this fat body, wouldn't look too good. I'd be a better penguin. Oh, anyway. Anyway, I'd look better. I'm too tall for Danny DeVito, though. I can't play his version of it. Oh, damn, I sprained my thumb somehow. I don't know how the hell I did it, but man, my thumb is killing me. But man, just to be young again. So, I've been, like I said, I've only been doing this for about 4 years. And my first mask is horrible. I'll show you my very, 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 very first mask. You got to see this, guys, to understand how bad this looks. Now, let me give you a heads up first before I say. Now, this mask I made without actually seeing a good copy of the 2018. I saw it from a distance and it was out of focus, the picture. But I could tell that you could see the cracks and stuff. You can see some of the details, but not real defined. Before the movie came out, 2018 Halloween movie came out. So my thought was, I want to make that 2018 mask, So, with that being said, this was the mask that I made. Way too much hair, too many detailed cracks. I mean, the cracks are ridiculous how thick the cracks are. It's spooky. Jawline comes way too far out. The lips are really stupid looking, like he's puckered up, ready to kiss something. Trying to center the mask on the screen because my focus is way out. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. That's a large mask too. That's like a 26-inch mask. The hair's way too. I'm gonna probably take the hair off of that mask again. Although I want it to stay the way it was when I made it because it just. Sorry, I closed out the screen. So I uploaded a video today. You guys got to check that out. It's funny. The latest video that I uploaded, my son's dog came to visit. Right, well, my son came with the dog, and they came to visit. And you know what? Check out the video. You know, when I get off of here, because this ain't going to load up right away. So when I get off of here, within the next minute or two, you got to see this video, and I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's involved. See that guy hiding underneath the bench? This is what's involved. It revolves around that guy right there, and the dog was in here. So take it from me, it's funny. So check it out. I uploaded the small little clip. It's not very long. It's not very long. Maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I loaded it up on YouTube today. It was kind of funny. Definitely funny. So it was interesting because the dog was my son. That dog follows my son everywhere. He's so close to my son. But the dog wouldn't leave this room. And I'm trying to figure out, like, he's not afraid of it. He is and he isn't. She is and she isn't afraid of what she was looking at in the corner there. But she was sitting right by my side, like waiting for this thing to move, because if it had moved, she would have attacked it. And but she stayed right by my side and wouldn't leave with my son. And usually that dog follows my son everywhere, but the dog stayed right here. The dog wasn't really afraid because it was growling at it and it was barking at it. And it was barking a lot when it first saw it. But then it calmed down and when I videoed it, she was not as active towards it, but still was kind of growling at it and barked a little bit at it. But it was kind of funny. You have to check out the video. It was funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But the dog was trying to protect me. I swear to God, if the thing moved, I think the dog would have attacked it. It was funny. I love dogs. My wife doesn't want animals in the house. At this point, I can't really. I don't want to take. I don't want a dog because I've got all these surgeries that I have to do soon. So, you know, and I'm a golden retriever or Labrador type of dog lover. I don't. Those kind of dogs are hunting dogs. They're dogs that don't belong. They're great for indoors and outdoors, but you have to be able to take care of a dog and take it outside and run with it and play with it. I'm too out of shape for all that. You know, I need a dog that's already matured. I can't get a puppy because I don't want something that's going to take more energy out of me than I have. I need a dog like a lap dog that just kind of laying around, likes to be petted every once in a while, doesn't want to do a ton of lot, doesn't want to do, hey, you want to go out? Dog, yeah, goes out, goes to the bathroom, wants to go right back inside. That's the kind of dog I need. So, yeah, that mask is atrocious looking. Oh, I've got some mask up there. Now here's my. That's it's upside down, but that's the 1978 Trick or Treat Studios that I overhauled on the right, and that's a ends mask that I took all the what do you call it stuff off of it. I'm getting ready. I was prepping it to overhaul it and repaint it, and I just never got to it. I'm so busy with my own stuff. And here's my creepy case. The flame bulb, I got to shut the power off and turn it back on because the flame bulb's frozen. It's inside the pumpkin. And that's one of my original masks. It was like the two or three versions later, something like that. Might have been the second mask. I think it's the second mask that I made. Creepy. It's the Night Creeper, the original Night Creeper. That's what that is. Yeah, so working on music. I got all kinds of stuff that I'm putting out. Working on music folders and stuff on my music. All right, guys, I am going. I'm beat. I got to get something to eat. I'm starving. I am starving. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, too. It is time to go to bed. All right, guys. Peace, and I'll probably see you tomorrow night. Doesn't that molding stuff mess up the mixer? Oh, no, no, the controller that I have here. No, I do most of my molding outside. I don't do anything inside. My plaster molding and stuff, I do everything outside. I don't do any of that kind of stuff in here. Yeah. Uh, I have a spray paint booth right behind me here. Hold on. It's buried. It's right there, right to the left side of that light stand. You see that little thing that's sticking up in the air, the vent? That's a spray booth. But I only use that in the wintertime in the house because I paint everything outside. I actually like painting outside because you see everything with natural lighting. You know, the natural light really helps when you're painting your mask outside. Hey, what the hell's going on? Now it's working. Now I'm zoomed back out. Look at that. Now you see all this fat ass shit. What the hell? I don't even know what I hit. What did I hit? I don't have to move it all the way out like that. That's cool. But all right, guys. Later, Silverado. Have a good night. I'm going to say good night to all you guys and get off of here. I've got to go get something to eat. I'm diabetic, so I have to fill this hole. Good night, Scorpion. And good night, everybody else. If you're still on, how many are on? There's 5 people on. That's including me. Actually, it says 6, but I'm going to say good night. I've been on for 2 hours. So That's a long time to talk about nothing and then everything. All right, good night. Peace, everybody. See you possibly tomorrow night.